everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is. I know what day of the week it is. Of course, it's Tuesday. It's
Tuesday.
Tuesday night. I'm a hot mess. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's Tuesday night here on Indigo Chameleon, and I'd like to welcome you to a galaxy far, far away. We are so excited that we get to hang out in the Star Wars universe. We tried to do a little bit of this one shot last week, but unfortunately, the interwebs were not with us. But hopefully, the force will be strong with us tonight. We've got a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. As always, we've got a Discord. We're trying to cultivate and make some safe spaces on the internet to tell stories and compare notes and things of that sort. So please feel free to come and hang out with us. Your good buddy Scribe is going to do a D&D 101. So if you have people in your life that are like, D&D's the devil, you can be like, it sure is, come play, and I'll teach them how to play. And we'll be announcing that on the recruitment channel. It's going to be a super, super good time. We also have a merch store. If you're so inclined and would like to get a t-shirt or a hat or a mug to represent the good, hey, lengthwise. If you want to rep Karma, the non-binary serpent god, and help us keep the lights going on here at the channel, we'd appreciate it, and we appreciate you, honestly. Upcoming schedule for this week. Tonight is Star Wars Shenanigans. Tomorrow, we continue onward with our exploring of the Unbroken Veil, New Orleans, as the group is currently headed towards a place known as the Night Side, where where the divine forces of heaven or hell have no sway. So it's our modern day take on D&D. It's a good time. So come and join us in New Orleans tomorrow night. It sure is. Come play. My final words as my family disowns me for the third time this year. Minnie B, we welcome home. You're with us now. You're the new
We are your family now.
cousin. We get to go take walks while everyone's having Thanksgiving. Wink.
Oh, man.
It's pretty great. You're the cool one. Hi, One Big Uno. That's on Wednesday. On Sunday, as always, we have our game of Strahd Sucks. Join us this week as I incorporate the game of Dread as we play Dungeons and Dragons and Dread. I figure there's no better way to explore a dangerous dungeon in Barovia than to incorporate two towers on the table that can instantly kill a player. It's gonna be great. I'm excited because why? Some people say why. I say nay. Why not?
Those tables are not very sturdy.
Why not, I say, with no other voices providing any viable excuses to not have
As a
Jenga
bunch
towers.
of ADHD players try
No
to
other
control their hands.
voices whatsoever. So join us, won't you, on Sunday as we lose players and I lose friends. It's going to be a good time. Not only are we doing cool stuff on the channel, but there's some other folks that are doing cool stuff. Meg, where can people check out the cool stuff that you're doing?
I'm over at my Twitch channel, which is Meg_up. I do makeup streams and I play ESO, an obscene amount of Elder Scrolls Online. I'm also with Random Encounter Productions, and we play a little bit of D&D.
Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, go check it out, please. I've always wanted to get into Elder Scrolls Online, so maybe this is the universe saying it is time.
Please, I have so many thoughts, feelings. It's for those of you that loved World of Warcraft, but it is problematic for you now. Elder Scrolls it scratches all those itches.
I think I can play it on the PlayStation as well. So.
Yes, because that's where I play it.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that might happen.
Come over, it's fun.
Expect text messages at Meg. Maz, where can people listen to you, being the great DM that you are?
Well, I don't handle the candle to you, my friend. But you can find me on Justin Through Jacinto on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We are recording our second arc now, so those first episodes should go up on the 9th. And then they will be uploaded weekly. I promise consistency this season. That's why we're putting some more in the belt, just in case some people can't make it. But yeah, the team has fought their first big bad, and they've gone to a city, and just a little bit of insight for the next season. They've gone to a city that has a curfew. No one is allowed after. No one allowed in or out of the city after 11 o'clock or to move around because things go bump in the night.
I've seen this movie, and dancing is forbidden.
There
So
it is.
There it is.
there's a boy from out of town. It's going to be a great. Yeah,
It's just like that, except with horrible monsters.
you heard it here, folks. Jousting through Jacinto, Footloose, but now with more monsters. Please tune in because I take my money now. It's pretty great. Yeah, and I think that's it for upcoming projects. Unless anybody else has anything they want to plug or no. Heroes, welcome to the Star Wars universe. We find ourselves in a wretched hive of scum and villainy, as this ragtag crew has been brought together with a simple job, really, to transport two children to a certain ice planet that has a temple dedicated to the Jedi. Our crew is a little mishmash at the moment, and they are currently here at this bar, casino, ring of derelict spaceships in order to talk to their contact for this. Does anybody remember, for bonus points, who that contact's name is?
Fumsu.
Fumsu is here and kind of runs this particular den. We are also here for I don't know if I'd call it a side quest, but one of your crewmates, Leluc, was left here because they were lost in a game of sabacc. Everyone was pretty drunk that night, so no one knows who exactly bet the small Ewok as a part of their bet. It may have even been Leluc themselves, but nevertheless, we find ourselves at the entrance to this particular establishment. You've made it past the two very large guards and find yourselves walking in to this space. For my Force sensitives, which would be Force, Jack, and Vox, immediately something feels off. You are always connected to the Force. The Force connects us. It binds us. It is a part of the universe around you. You're not sure how. You're not sure why. But the minute you cross the threshold into this club, it is less the absence of the Force and more of overload to the senses. The power running through this space feels as if there are more people in this small room than there actually are. Your powers have not shut down for those of you connected to the Force that utilize your energies. It's just this odd feeling of like there's a power that comes from being surrounded by life. And things of that sort. And this feels as if someone has concentrated this into a small, like an entire planet within the realm of a small bar. It's an odd feeling, to say the least. You don't suffer any damage because of it. There's no detriment to you, but you cannot help but feel overwhelmed by this life essence that this bar is emitting forth. So it's pretty big. Yeah. So, Mace, I think you got a little bit of love, bud. Well, we'll see what that is. I'll go ahead and disable, make Strahd show up. But I'll say this for the.
Thank you.
I'll go ahead and disable that. But as you walk into the club, do me a favor. The place is packed, and it's filled with individuals of all different species and shapes. Most notably, in this space, you see a large contingency of Freno walking around, a large contingency of Gungans, and a large contingency of humans. But there are sort of makes and models. Droids roam the space. You see all of the droids seem to be composite parts made from derelict spaceships, which is kind of a reduce, reuse, recycle, since the majority of this surrounding area is just derelict starships and things of that sort. As you all walk into the club, Jack, let's start with you. Just give us a quick description for anybody that may not have been there last week.
Jack is a Twi'lek, tattoos and his natural markings on his head tails. and have been enhanced by tattoos that run onto his face. He is a Grey Paladin, formerly a Grey Paladin, which is an offshoot sect of the Jedi that believed in a balance of the Force and using technology along with the Force. That's Jack.
Maz, what about you, pal?
The easiest way to explain F-Zero is if you take K2 from Rogue One, painted him gray, and then gave him like what looks almost like a sheet metal robe. So like it looks kind of like plate armor to a person, but it would be robe-ish to a robot. But he used to be a security droid for the Guardians of the Wills, going the Guardian of the Will temples.
Yeah. Perfect. And Kopal, tell us about you.
Kopal is a slate blue-skinned, red-eyed chiss. Jacket with a blue kind of almost mantle over one shoulder. High boots, dagger in the boot, and you can see a blaster just underneath his jacket.
Vox.
Yeah, she's also a Twi'lek. She's red-skinned and has like golden yellow eyes. Some weird sort of like scarring on her face, but nothing too much. She has a lightsaber hilt on her belt, and at the moment, because she was gonna go gamble, and we were in Vegas, so we're in Atlantic City. She is she's in like head to toe leathers, really unfunctional boots. Just
Deck to the 9.
yeah.
As you enter in,
we're here for a good time, not a long time.
yeah, you're here for a time. As you enter into this space, you would see at the center of the club itself is a very large sabacc table. There are many individuals sort of gathered around it, but you also see a small perimeter that extends around the table, almost like a perimeter line. This is not uncommon for central figures like this. And sure enough, you see an individual get a little excited and cross the perimeter line, and it's promptly delivered a small shock from a passing droid to promote them in a very violent way to get back behind the line. This is to discourage some of the individuals from the area from cheating or looking at cards or having their friends look at cards and things of that sort. Moving around the club is a floating chair. The chair itself has, a small sort of levitation system underneath it. And Fumsu is just sort of surveying the club. This is a power move for her. She enjoys physically and metaphorically lording over people. Unfortunately, that means that her latest prize is being dragged behind the chair, and there's not a lot of leash there. So you see a small Ewok that's constantly just sort of being dragged behind the chair and trying to find ways to jump on chairs and jump on tables and not necessarily get like pulled and choked a little bit as the individuals around the club just begin to laugh at it. Indigo, tell us a little about Leluc.
Pata kiso, kisa Leluc, Druid Ewok, Frika, Ale Lutka Nuf. All right, so she's got, I'm going with kind of tiny furball stats, but like also Kenku stats. She doesn't actually speak common, but she can repeat, she can understand. So I'm starting from right now, like as far as phrases. So
go ahead and take DM inspiration.
It's my own personal game.
Take DM inspiration for writing that introduction in Ewok. And if you want to post the
translator.
You found it?
Oh yeah, I will. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe share the translation in the Discord.
Sure. Why
not? Heroes, you find yourselves in this bar. What would you like to do?
Quick scan. Leluc pops up pretty quick on the initial perimeter scan, right?
Absolutely. Leluc has become, unfortunately, a joke. You see that they're not in any danger of dying anytime soon, but they're certainly not comfortable. They're just sort of being dragged along at this point. And just sort of being pulled around, like occasionally running into chairs. Give me an insight check, Kopal.
Cool. This
man.
can only end well. Insight check.
What could go wrong?
I mean, I could roll a nat 1.
Oof.
Pretty bad.
Leluc is fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's more of a show, really. I mean, it's
football's fine.
not your type of dinner theater, but I mean, different strokes for different folks and things of that sort. So, but all of you would sort of notice Leluc out in the distance.
Go ahead.
Now, Jack is going to approach Fumsu and say, "How much for the Ewok?"
Fumsu comes forward and says, Jack, welcome back. Oh, it is a pleasure to see you. Leluc, my pet. I don't know if I could part with them. I've grown quite fond of them ever since you left them here. Isn't that right, Leluc?
Welcome back.
1,000 credits.
Everybody in the club getting trips here. No, everybody in the club turns around and looks at this. And the band on stage all of a sudden stops and looks over at you, and she raises an eyebrow. Fumsu raises an eyebrow and looks over at Leluc and says, 1,000 credits for the Ewok. That's
I could.
3 times what you lost her for.
Yes, I'm a fair man. We could, of course, take her back for free, but we prefer to avoid the mess. Take the 1,000 credits.
Could you? And Fumsu raises her right hand. As she does, every other member in this club takes a blaster out, and there is the sound of powered-up blasters, just pointing in the direction. Not forcefully, but just every person in the club just sort of pointing in this direction. I do...
And I look at the guy who... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I do hate a
And
mess.
I look at the...
Leluc, what are you doing?
Oh, I was going to look at the guy that's been dragging me around and glare at him and say, avoid the mess.
To kind of counter offer the charging up of blasters, F-Zero is going to his metal robes are going to tighten up around his body. Just
Okay.
tink, 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 tink. It's his version of mage armor.
Okay, I'm into it.
He goes. He asks nicely. Unfortunately, he doesn't know how to bargain. But we could do it.
I'm not here to bargain. We're here to get the Ewok.
No.
1,000 credits is 3 times what the Ewok is valued at.
Jax. We're here for a job.
I
Sweetheart.
think the first drink is on me. Because you all need to loosen up a little bit. This is a party. We're celebrating me coming into 1,000 credits. And she outstretches a hand with the leash in it to you, Jack.
Insight?
F-Zero, go ahead and give me an insight check. What are you trying to insight here?
Just legitimacy.
Yeah.
Actually, if this,
Yeah,
this transition goes off. or not.
Give me an insight check, bud.
Nat 20 plus 5.
Nat 20 plus 5. She seems legit here. The true killer in spaces like this with the nat 20, the true killer in spaces like this is not people coming in with guns blazing. The true killer in places like this is boredom. You must keep everybody entertained for long periods of time, and this was a perfect little distraction to get people talking about for the next hour or so, and until the next sort of distraction comes along. So she's thrilled. Happily, she hands over the leash to Jack, and you see one of her entourage just sort of toddle up to where you are, Jack, looking for the credits.
I'll hand it over.
Yep.
1,000 credits.
Good. The first drink is on me. Enjoy, all of you. Vox, my dear, could I speak to you in my private booth rather quickly?
Of course.
She nods at everybody in the group and looks down at Leluc sort of disdainfully, and the chair floats back past and up and above the table itself as she looks down very obviously at the cards of everyone playing there, and the chair settles itself into the back wall. As Vox is being pulled into the private booth, what are the rest of you doing?
Oh, first drinks on Foom. I'm going to the bar and I'm getting some Cortec brandy.
Yep, you chose a very expensive drink for your first jump out the gate. The bartender kind of looks back as if they want to ask something, and then they think better of it. You were given a small blue glass, which you know will start to slowly disintegrate as the drink begins to eat away at it over time. But you don't imagine the alcohol is going to last that long in the glass itself.
What if I play my cards right?
Yep. But you have the brandy in hand. F-Zero, what are you doing?
Well, considering he doesn't drink, he's just gonna watch. He's just going to he's gonna sit in the corner, and if he knows that we're just waiting for another distraction, or knowing the stuff he got from his insight, he is just going to scan the area and see if he can't find a couple weak links in the cog.
Okay, yeah. Perception check for you, Jack. What are you doing?
Luke, are you all right? Are you hurt in any way?
Chuck? No. Then.
Okay. Okay. Well, you owe me 1,000 credits, but you are free.
Step 1.
Um,
7.
What did you say this person's name is that's been dragging me around? I didn't get it right.
Her name is Fumsu.
Fumsu. Okay. And Fumsu is going to be playing this game of Spot, right?
You don't know
it's
yet.
Looking like it, or they're sitting down at the table.
No, their revolving seat, their kind of floating seat of the area has moved past the table. You don't know exactly what they're planning on doing. Occasionally, they will play this particular card game, but you're not sure.
Then I'm going to use my Helm of Telepathy to cast Detect Thoughts. It's a spell save DC of 13.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
On them.
How far away are you?
They haven't gotten too far away from me, right?
They are in a moving chair that revolves around the entire bar. So this is a quick thing. Like as they're leaving, you're going to do a quick Detect Thoughts.
It only lasts for a minute.
Okay.
But
I'll read the
doesn't give me a range. It's just 30 feet. So as long as they're within 30 feet of me.
Okay. I will say you get some quick surface thoughts from her as the chair is going by, as you are quickly casting this, tapping into to the powers inherent in you from Endor and your Ewok family. The surface thought is a sense of desperation in getting Vox to do something. But the sense of desperation belaying the outward calm demeanor.
Okay.
Just oh God, please, I need, this has to work, this has to work, this has to work.
Okay. Okay, I'm leaving it there for now, but yeah.
Okay. Vox.
Apologize. Have we, this feels so weird to ask, have we said what Fumsu is?
She's Duros.
She's Duros.
Like Cad Bane?
Okay.
blue-skinned. The planet that you're above right now is Duros, and so these are the individuals that live there.
I misunderstood. I thought she was the contact on Duros. I didn't realize she was Derusian or whatever.
Yes, yeah. So they're humanoid. They've got like a blue green skin, red eyes, lipless mouths, and these long, thin, noseless faces. Their olfactory organs are beneath their eyes. And you'll normally see them with these like pipes or sort of things coming out of their eyes, or beneath their eyes with the long like red eyes there. It's sort of humanoid reptilian blue-green. Does that make sense?
I gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. Fumsu beckons you over to her small chair, and she goes, "Vox, it is a pleasure to see you as always."
Oh, of course. And she's like draped
Yeah.
on this chair, like
Yeah. The full imagery of someone at the height of their power.
Mm-hmm.
Are you drinking tonight?
Well, you did say it was on you.
I did. Perhaps I can interest you in some of my specialty. I have it shipped in.
Ooh, you do know how I like it special. Can I do an insight check?
You absolutely can.
I can try, let's be honest. Please, baby. Jesus. Oh, yeah. 25.
She grabs a decanter, and as she's pouring drinks for you and her, the veneer slips, and she spills a little bit of the booze. Something that she has never done before. She is scared, and immediately catches itself, cuts back with a mask on the face and things of that sort, and pours each of you a drink. In true fashion here at the club, she waits for you to choose which of the glasses that you would like the most out of the two that have been placed before you, and she will take the other.
She'll grab the one that's closest to Fum, and as she starts to raises it to her lips, she's going to cast message to her.
Okay.
All right, darling. What is it?
I was hoping you could still do this. The Empire is here in full force, and they have threatened to shut my operation down unless I give them a very valuable object that I have in the back that I was supposed to save for all of you.
Is it the thing that we're here to get?
She is still smiling and being like, "How is the weather? Tell me more about your different things." And she goes, "Absolutely, it is 2 bits of cargo that are frozen in carbonite. I was asked not to look. I do not look. However, they are everywhere. Most of the humans that you see in the club tonight are here and are playing the game a little bit better than I believe most individuals do." And with that, she goes, "Oh, yes, I have. You'll notice the different lights, and I've got some new drinks behind the bar, giving you a second to just sort of giving you the excuse to look out around the club."
Yeah, and she is.
Yeah. Perception check.
Okay. Oh, it's an 8.
It's an 8. Okay. You don't really see. There's no menacing people. There's nobody twirling a mustache or anything like that. Snidely Whiplash isn't in the corner wearing the Imperial officer's uniform. But now I want to write that one shot. But you do see a few individuals with an 8 that are just sort of gathered in corners, and they don't look any different from the normal groups of individuals that come to the bar.
Can I do another perception check with force sensitivity to see how many of them are force users?
Yeah, you can certainly do that. Make a perception check at advantage.
Yeah, roll. 9.
A 9. your blood goes a little cold. Uh, Suddenly something clicks in the back of your head of why you walked into this space. You're not able to pinpoint it, but it's every other table. This is the largest collection of Force users ever congregated in a space that you have been aware of, and it is a metric ton in comparison to what you have encountered in the past, and they are all gathered in the same bar in the same sort of area, and.
Okay.
As you take a little bit more time, as she continues to talk and just sort of express the area, you realize that some of the males at the tables have very similar facial features. There's changes in hair color. There's changes in eye color. There's changes in little bits of scars and things of that sort. But many of the males in the area have a very similar style appearance to them. And the males are the ones that are giving you this odd sense of force sensitivity
Really?
in the area, all scattered throughout the bar.
Really? Okay. Hate that.
Yeah, me too.
Excellent.
As this conversation continues and you continue to have drinks, let's get back to the rest of the party. What are the rest of you doing? Because I imagine like the vibe is pretty similar to other times that you've been in here. You are all throughout the course of the time that you've spent like ever at the bar offered illicit drugs in the form of death sticks and things of that sort. You're offered various drinks and all of that. Or what are we doing? Are we kind of living it up a little bit? Are we still observing?
Yeah.
Do I see anybody particularly deep in their cups?
Deep in their cups? Yeah, you know what?
Preferably at the sabacc table.
Preferably at the sabacc table. Okay, yes. You see an individual by the name of Frino. Frino is a Natolan. Natolan. And Frino is probably one of the best sabacc players around and things of that sort. They just play their cards close to their chest. They read people. It's what you aspire to be when it comes to that. But he's playing amateurs. He's doing tricks for the crowd and entertaining and playing people, and people are losing their life savings, and he's enjoying himself at the moment at the sabacc table, and it's very obvious. And he's also like, he's not 3 sheets to the wind, but he's deep in it.
Well, his eyes that big. The only thing he can do is look at cards, you know.
It's true.
Frino's looking like he's having a pretty good time. The glass near Frino, is it the same color and style as the one I have in my hand?
Give me probability dice. I'll give you 50-50 odds on this. 50 or below, it's the same color. 51 and up, you're out of luck, pal.
Out of luck. Oh, no, I'm good, baby. 48.
48,
No.
just barely. Yeah, same make and color and stuff like that.
Is there a spot for you at the table?
Yeah. You notice that there's like one hand left, and then a spot is going to open up here. Is that they are on the betting phase? So you probably have a minute or so left. Kopal, if you're interested, you just kind of put a finger up.
Yeah, I'll be just behind Frino. Put my hand up.
Yeah. The dealer droid looks over at you and with a quick sort of nod. There's a scan of your body and an indication that as soon as this hand is done, you will be the next player to sit down.
Lovely.
Yeah. Anybody else doing anything during this time?
Jack is not drinking, and he's going to open up his divine sense, having felt all this strange force power, and it opened divine sense to feel light and dark side, and see what's in the room.
Okay.
He got flashbanged by words, man.
Yeah. Okay. you don't get light or dark. You know the signature of gray. This is a tainted gray. I don't know how to explain it other than like there's one fact that defines light and dark Jedi. If we want to have a morality discussion here, and it's the choices that they make. Gray is not the absence of choice, but more of an acceptance of like this can be used for light and dark and should not go anywhere in between. This is a gray that you have not encountered before, which is just an absence of life. The Force is present in this space, but the ability to choose a path, almost as if the color gray has been muted, where your gray might be a vibrant gray, a mixture of light and dark. This is a translucent, and it's a sick feeling. It's a gross feeling. It's a manipulation of the Force that you have not encountered as of yet.
Don't like this. Luke, did you glean anything from your time here?
Would I have just okay? So this person Fum Tzu, who is dragging me around, this is the same person playing cards right now with Vox. Is that correct?
They are about to. You see an indication. Okay. They're drinking with Vox right now.
Looking like, okay.
They're drinking with Vox right now. You see them gesture over to the table as well, as if like, hey, I want to get in on this. The minute they see Kopal put their hand up as they want to sit at the table, the dealer nods, and you see a person at the table is just eyed by the dealer. And the person is like, I think this is my last hand, as they communicate very quickly that like, we need another spot at the table. Lilu, give me... I'm going to say this. Give me an intelligence check. Just give me a D20 and add your intelligence when Jack is like, all right, Luke, what did you see during your time?
With my +0, it could be worse. That's a 15. All right.
15.
I guess I didn't have a lot to do when I was being dragged around on a leash, so I observed more.
Luke, you were here 2 nights ago when the bar got shut down. A mean guy came in a black uniform. Okay?
Could be any.
They came in with guys that all wore the same clothes. Everybody got kicked out of the bar, and she looked upset. Fum Tzu looked upset and started to try to fight this guy. One of the guys that wasn't the guy in black, but one of the guys that was all dressed the same, picked up one of her guards with nothing there. He just started floating, and his neck broke. You heard the snap.
Okay.
With a 15, you caught 3 words. Okay.
Okay.
Empire, bounty, and star killer.
Okay, so, and I know this is probably going to be some sort of performance check.
Okay.
Lulu's going to.
Now you have to communicate. Yep.
That you just, that
full
you
curse,
just said,
the dog.
The guy walks in and and then she says those words: Empire, bounty, star killer.
You say those out loud.
Yeah, those 3 words. But it's close enough but yeah, somebody could probably overhear. I mean, she's not going to scream at them, but
okay. One of the a couple of people kind of look over, but you're not sure if they notice or anything like that. But Jack, those are Lulu. Give me a performance check as you communicate abstract concepts. It was great, but you try to communicate abstract concepts.
Oh yeah, that's a 7.
My insight wasn't much better. It was an 8. I don't know what the hell.
Pal, you don't know what you're talking.
What is Luke's class?
Druid.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says
Nature.
artificer on the
Nature.
stream. I'm like,
That-
what do you have +0? It's artificer.
It does say artificer, which is very good for me. I'm going to go ahead and change that to druid real
How to
quick.
manage
No. Now it stays. Now it stays.
But
I'm
an,
like, you have a +0. It's artificer. What?
but
You
an
take it up
E-
to your base class before you put any stats in. It's great.
but an Ewok with their metal guardian that's actually just an AT-AT is very
Yeah.
good for me. It's very good for me. Okay.
For a
Luke,
fucking
Write that down, write that
3PO.
down.
Luke is over in the corner communicating abstract concepts to Jack as Vox.
Not well.
Not well. F-Zero. This is so good. This is better than in my wildest dreams that what could have been
Fantastic.
happening in this space. F-Zero, what are you doing?
Because no one's communicated anything to me. I'm just kind of just trying to get a feel of the area.
We're going for a vibe check.
What was your perception check from earlier?
Oh, that was a 7, way back yonder.
Okay. Yeah, you don't really notice anything on. I'll say you've spent enough time. How about this? You've foregone like 2 rounds to just kind of get vibe checks to the room and things of that sort. How about this? I'll give you something. F-Zero, this place normally is stocked with server droids, which is not uncommon in a place such as this. These server droids are brand new, and that is uncommon. Most of the patrons don't notice because the drinks are flowing and things are looking good. But many of the service droids in this area look as if they have never seen a day of combat in their lives. Fresh chassis, fresh off the line. Like, these are high-end quality droids that are just moving in and about the space, delivering drinks and things of that sort. And in fact, every droid, with the exception of the droid dealer, looks to be brand new.
And this is a stark contrast when we walked in here that everything seemed to be built from derelict ship.
I don't think. I think it's more of a faction of like how often do you notice a man's shoes when they walk by? Like I think you notice the droids, but I don't think many of the individuals notice the fact that these droids are brand new off the line.
Can I take a glance at one, see if I can get like a maker mark or a stamp of some sort as they go by?
Investigation check.
Wait, you think one of them was dipped in wax?
Exactly.
Oh wait, that's Maker's mark. That's
That's Maker's mark. That's what people are drinking.
Oh, see. Investigation. Take a look. Ah, there's a +0. It can happen. Not with a 2.
No Maker's mark. They don't even seem to be drinking. You don't notice anything odd about the droids. I'll say with the 2, you get the most rudimentary look at these guys. You're just it weirds you out. I'll give you this with a 2. The droids have an odd configuration that's noticeable to anybody that might look for it. The top of the droid, circular head, okay? The top of the droid normally does not have this many compartments. But on top of every single droid in this space are 1, 2, 3, 4 rectangular holes. About yay big. You know what I mean? Like, yay big. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not common. You don't know why it would be there. One might have a little, like, dish, like a radar dish or satellite dish or something like that that could be utilized. But 4 of them, you've never seen a droid configuration that is configured like that.
I'm going to make my way toward Luke and Jack.
You see Leluc doing an intricate performance piece for Jack, describing and ending with the 3 words.
With a 15, can I understand it? With a 15 insight?
With the 15 insight, I will say that you are able to understand a great deal more than Jack is and realize that you've got company.
Did you catch any of that, F-Zero?
Yeah, I didn't you? It's you speaking straight Ewok. It's not hard.
Oh, whew.
But
the droid's throwing shade.
not as much as we're going to. And he, in D&D terms, quietly expels what he's learned about the droids and translates Liluk for Jack.
Okay. Let's cut back to the scene between Vox and Fumsu. As Fumsu just goes, I don't know how best to handle this, so I'm relying on your candor in situations such as this and advice as a trusted friend.
Of course. Let me talk to the boys and see what we
Please.
can figure out.
Please, thank you. I will keep continuing onward as if nothing wrong is happening.
Of course. Also, dear, I do think you will be giving me the 1,000 credits back.
Oh.
Will I?
Well, I am doing you a favor now, after all.
You see her lipless mouth clench hard, and the skin around it start to change color a bit. Vox, give me an intimidation check, please.
Yeah, you're good at these. Even if you're not, you are.
Not bad. Oh, yeah, 23.
She goes, of course. What is 1,000 credits between friends? Of
Right.
course I will.
Nice. With also the understanding that the next time one of my crewmates manage to find themselves ass over tea kettle in this charming little place you call home, and I come back and find them on a leash being dragged behind your ass, it will be far more than 1,000 credits I take from you. Yes?
She takes the 1,000 credits and hands them to you. And as she places them in your hand, she goes, of course, next time I'll just use the collar. And drops them in your hand.
You promised you'd only ever use that on me.
Spoilers, dear. And it gives you 2 quick air kisses, and then leaves the chair to go behind it to change clothes a bit before the game takes place. I will say this. For a brief second, the lounge area opens up a little bit. There's a cozy booth in the corner of the room. And as a gift to the party, all of you sort of meander that way to all come together. There is a bustle from one of the droids, and a booster seat is brought over for Luke, and a small, much more colorful menu than the rest of you have access to is placed at the table as well, as long as 3 different colored pieces of what appear to be chalk are placed in front of Luke as well.
Oblivious to what that entails, she was happily coloring away.
Yes.
It's like when strip clubs have restaurants attached and you're gonna get a steak, so this casino has a kids menu.
Casinos have great
Hey.
menus.
It's amazing. Oh,
All right, Lulu, what'd you learn? Did you learn not to bet yourself at the sabacc table?
Empire, bounty, star killer.
That is
so you
not
know
what I asked.
too.
Wait, what?
She's gonna push the 1,000 credits back over to Jack.
Oh,
Wait.
thank you,
Here?
Vox.
The
This-
Empire's here.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
This guy that was dressed all in black, I'm guessing he had a bit of a breathing problem.
He did not.
Oh.
He was...
So that's not who I'm thinking of. Okay.
No.
Never mind. Okay.
He was...
He's not a 6-foot tall asthmatic.
No. You would have noticed the 6
Light
foot tall
rail chest,
asthmatic.
you know?
Yes, a 6 foot tall asthmatic. You would notice in this situation, and Luke may come in with one less limb. Should that individual have been in this particular? He doesn't like you. Who did he? No, it's fine.
Oh, no. Better watch out. You get your arm cut off like that.
It's Foom mentioned as much.
Oh, I'm going to use my crayons to draw out what I saw.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
While the party is discussing, Luke gets this crazy idea as what appears to be a small plate of chicken fingers is brought over to Luke, and Luke starts drawing on the table itself a scene.
Oh, they're Rancorp shaped nuggets. Look at that.
Something
Dynamic.
feels
Well,
very,
works
very
well.
off here.
Oh, absolutely, it does.
Anything feels off when the Empire's involved.
No, it's not. It's not that. There's force sensitivity throughout, but they're not. It's not light or dark. It's not. It feels almost like they are vessels, empty vessels, filled with force power. It's strange. I've never felt anything like it.
Well, they're here for the same thing we are.
Can I don't know if this would be Arcana for this particular world, but for the 4 slots on all the droids' heads, can I roll an Arcana to kind of confirm a hunch?
What is your hunch?
My knee-jerk reaction is going to sound really silly, but is either surveillance or blast reports. One of the two.
I was going to say sonic disruptors.
I was thinking that, or I was thinking IG technology, where it's like it's a 360 view.
Intelligence. If you want to make an Arcana, I would let that be an understanding of how kind of things work.
It's a 14, but I'm going to use my pact boon. I'm going to use my pact of the talisman. So he just brings out a little like an itty bitty little crystal in his hand.
Okay.
And that lets me add a D4 to the roll. So the 16.
16. F-Zero, you get lost in thought, man. You start looking at the droid. It's not big enough for a blaster. I mean, you could have a small punch or something like that, but it's not big enough, and the power that it would take to have 4 blasters would deplete the droid's power reserves really quickly, unless it was like 4 powerful shots. Sonic Disruptor, it's possible, and things of that sort, but the 4 openings are so unique, and they're jutting out. They're jutting, like, they're not jutting out, but they're not pointed straight up. They're pointed at an angle. Every one of them is pointed like almost at a little like angle out this way and angle out this way.
Oh, okay.
With the 16, you mostly think that there might be. You don't know.
I quietly point out the fact that all the servers look new and they all share the same kind of physique minus the dealer droid.
Anybody here proficient with Arcana? I will let you make a check on this. Luke.
I'm not, but can I establish that during this time, kind of over to the table, and that while I've been sitting at this table, I'm keeping an eye out for, not to use right now, any sorts of creepy crawlies I see, insects, that sort of thing that I pick up, put in my pouch.
Sure.
Along the lines of spiders, centipedes, etc.
I'll say you pick up some centipede adjacent creepy crawlies that move around the space.
Yeah, I'm just putting them in my little pouch right now. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody making that Arcana check? No? All right.
Yeah,
I think I'm the only proficient one.
-1.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I
Yeah.
think +1.
F-Zero points him out to you, and now that he has, you notice it. Every single droid in the space, the exception of the dealer droid, has these 4 odd rectangular, like, they're closed over, but you can see that there's like a square opening at the head of each of these droids. It's freaking you out now because there's a lot of them. I mean, but you're not quite sure what it could be used for.
I think the best route is just to get the cargo and leave.
Agreed.
Boom's
But
frightened,
it'd be easier if we didn't have eyes on us.
and Boom is frightened and has requested help.
Look, sooner we get eyes off of us, the sooner we can secure the cargo and blast out of here.
Perhaps a distraction.
That's the plan. I just
What-
gotta wait for for a spot to open up. Got a plan.
So your plan is to place a bat while the rest of us get the cargo?
Vox,
I think we'll need more of a distraction than that. Perhaps,
Jack, do you guys not trust me?
Distraction?
well,
F-Zero
sure.
Triple,
What
do
is
we
your
know-
plan?
Plan's simple. We got a distinct card shark at the table. He's playing the rest of these guys for fiddles. He's pretty deep in his cups. I've got this. Hold up the Cortig Brownie. Plan on switching it out on him, getting into a bit of a heated argument, start a bit of a brawl, and in the chaos, you get the cargo. I'll meet you back at the docking bay. Lulu,
Distraction.
you stick with me. I want
Distraction.
somebody to keep an eye on you.
She's gonna keep an eye on you. I rather thought she'd be keeping your ass alive.
So
Secure the
where-
cargo and blast out of here.
Speaking of cargo, where are they at?
I'm
I'm
going.
assuming Foom told you where they were. Vox.
I hope.
She told me.
I will say this: Foom has basically given you directions of where you can load the cargo, or asked if you want to give her the signal, and she will order those individuals to load it on. But she is being watched, so a distraction is going to be needed in order for this handoff to happen. She would prefer not to be on the ship or be the one doing it, so she has people that have signed up for it, but she just needs you to definitively tell her, when am I doing this?
Would honestly prefer it if we handled it instead of asking some of her blackies to do it.
You know, there's a loading dock not too far from here, not too far from where your ship is currently docked, but it's gonna take somebody. She said it's two things frozen in carbonite, so it's going to take somebody to actually like physically go and get it and move it onto the ship.
Yeah. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad that they could meet us halfway.
F-Zero. You and I?
Sure.
And I will.
Be providing backup and support for those two. I trust you to keep them out of trouble.
Who's going to keep you out of trouble?
The Ewok. Let's go.
Lulu's distraction.
Okay. This is great. Jack, F-Zero, and Vox. Are we sticking around for a little bit of the card game? As the individual leaves the sabacc table, the space opens up. Two spaces, in fact, as Freenos just sort of laughs as he sees Fumsu sit at the other end of the table, and he goes, all right, I'm tired of playing with kid gloves. You know that I am the best at what I do, and everyone here agrees. And there is a sort of like raucous roar from the rest of the individuals, and he goes, however, there is one individual here that has been able to match me card for card in those games. An individual from the furthest parts of the galaxy. Kopal. I believe you shot that individual. And everyone around the room just like laughs with him and things of that sort. But because you shot him, you're welcome to join us. Do you remember how to play sabacc, Kopal?
Yeah, kick your ass, and if I fail, I shoot you. He'll walk over, slap him on the shoulder, and as I'm distracting with one arm on that shoulder, with the other hand, I'm going to switch his drink with the Cortig brandy.
I need a sleight of hand check.
I can absolutely do that for you, Chief.
He's a little
I-
drunk.
Can
Vox,
you
are you helping?
Yeah, I'm gonna arm Candy.
Okay. This is very important. Are you arm candying Va? Are you arm candying Kopal? Are you arm candying Frino? Like, are you draping across Frino during this? Or are you draping across Kopal?
I'm not touching Paul.
That's fair.
Why do you hate me so much? Why, you ungrateful
This is very. I love this.
table jockeys?
This
I'd
is
like to guidance him as well.
okay.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Can I?
But
I
only.
can't pat him on the head. I'm too tiny, so I'm just gonna
I
pat
will
him
say
on probably
this.
the hip.
Luke, it's Luke, you cannot be standing around where Kopal is. But I have a way
Okay.
around this. But I don't know if you two are going to like it, but I don't care. I want this imagery. Kopal, you have a baby Bjorn. You have a little like.
It's how I keep her. It's how I keep Lulu out of trouble.
It's how you keep Lulu out of trouble, and Lulu fits the little baby Bjorn. So I will say that it's a skirt around the rules and things of that sort because Lulu can't be looking around at other people's cards; they're in place. But Lulu, I will let you be able to do a quick guidance to Kopal because of that.
Can I bless them?
Yeah. Everyone
He
in
is
the
already blessed. He is already.
I mean,
blessed,
I
let's
just-
be honest.
I mean, I was just going to, at his seat, throw down, like where he's going to sit down, throw down 750 credits. That's his buy-in.
That's good.
Just to-
You buy Kopal's buy-in. I'll say this. Jack, you can bless Kopal. Laluk is doing guidance. So that'll be 2d4s you add to this roll. Vox drapes all over Frino, causing Fumsu to get just a hair jealous at this point as you were talking. So Kopal, not only is this roll at advantage for sleight of hand, but you are adding 2d4s to this roll.
That would be a 31.
A 31. This group has to have run this scam before. Like this group, this is like let's run.
This is Block 101, baby. This is how we roll.
This is like run maneuver 5B Delta. Like you all are a finely oiled machine. As Luke has guidance. Jack, you reach out to the Force to bless this endeavor. F-Zero, you're putting credits down. Vox, you are strategically draped all over this individual, just enough to block his vision. As Kopal, no one would see it if this were not an Ocean's level. As we zoom in and see the cups like switched out like in true heist fashion at this point. The cups are sufficiently switched out, and this is the highest alcohol concentration
I got the good Wookiee stuff.
in the galaxy. This knocks Wookiees on their butt, and now it's currently in your the opposite player's drink. After you run your quick maneuver over this area, Bless is still up and running. So Kopal, you can keep that D4 up and active until Jack drops it. And Frino just kind of lets you sit there, Vox, and is going to keep that arm sort of draped around you at this point as the buy-in occurs. Yeah.
To a fair and even game.
To the fairest and most even of games. Do you down your drink?
Yeah, I'm assuming I don't have very much left because Frino's been sipping on it.
Shoot. Okay, hang on.
Oh, the moment you said I was playing Sabak, I had this gamed.
Okay. Yeah, he looks at his drink and he's not expecting a lot there and downs it in one gulp. Let's make a con save at disadvantage. That 2's not going to help at all.
Fine.
Oh no, Vox, dodge.
Oh no, they were roommates.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
You watch as this alcohol hits, and all of the sudden, they are looking a little unsturdy from the jump. As the cards are dealt out, the droid in the area gets close to Vox, but it's just sort of making it a look as Fumsu gives you a nod, Vox, as if to say, all right, you're not in a papoose, like, unless you're straddling him, get off, like, you can't be over the line and stuff.
Do that. As I remove myself, can I run my hands over him and try to feel if he has a weapon?
I feel like this is a loaded question.
This casino, everybody has a weapon.
We just saw everyone pull guns, I assume.
Okay. Yeah. What would this be? Sleight of hand as well? Help me out, gang. I'm gonna go.
Tactile investigation.
Tactile Ooh, Maz. I will say I will let this be either a sleight of hand, which I think is dex based, or an investigation, which is int based. And as a rogue, that might be better.
I'm gonna do investigation.
Okay.
So that's +9.
We were talking about collars and leashes earlier. This is tame.
Yeah, I know. It's a 15.
Was the intent to pocket whatever this is? He does not have a. He's got a blaster on his side, but that's not what grabs your attention. With a 15, past the blaster in his pocket is a rectangle. It's solid. It's about the size of like a modern day cell phone or something like that. But it is solid. It is a solid chunk of something. As you rub your hands over him, I will let you. This man is the drunkest. This is Billy on his birthday levels of drunk. So if you will like, I'm giving you a one chance and one chance only to sleight of hand and pull this out of his pocket.
Absolutely, I'm not gonna say no to that.
Okay.
Not with that description, no.
21.
21. You pull it out and immediately put it in your pocket so as not to let anyone here know exactly what it is. But you pull it out of his pocket and immediately put it in yours. And he doesn't seem all the wiser. Now he's in game mode. He's looking at Kopal and things of that sort.
It was just the one blaster.
It was the one blaster at his side.
What side?
Left side.
She's gonna make sure she bodily turns away from so Kopal can see her.
Yeah.
And she'll make a gun motion on her chest that it's on the left side.
First shot from him will be at disadvantage, Kopal. Should it come to that, because you know exactly where the blaster is. Okay.
Sounds good.
My.
Welcome.
Who got you that in the first place? You're welcome.
I have to go play with my box, and
I
was invited.
It's fair.
Okay.
F-Zero and Vox and Jack take a few steps backward from the table, sort of melting into the crowd as the crowd looks on with a bit of trepidation.
Jax wants to say to let Vox know, hey, can you send a message to Leluc and Kopal that when things go south, tell them to close their eyes.
Yeah, and she'll message both of them.
Did they indicate to us when they wanted us to create this distraction?
No.
I'll wait a couple of hands before I.
It's
before
better
I
for
pull the
me
trigger.
it's better for me
Okay.
if there's no clear signal as to when.
I mean,
Kopal
message-
signals it. Yeah, he's going to trigger it, but
It's
Once
just
he triggers
it's just
it.
the-
I'm gonna
Close your eyes.
give you guys a couple rounds to get into position, and then the fun kicks off. Don't worry, I got this.
Well, my passive perception is an 18. Can I, as soon as they leave, because I want to be out of the little papoose thing and able to move.
Yes.
So as soon as they start to leave, how do I communicate this to him? Oh, I know. Okay. Can I look at him and say, and kind of look down a little bit and go, empty vessel, avoid the mess.
Yep. Nope. Done.
Click. Boom.
Quick release.
The Luke hits the ground and she goes, you see Fumsu being like, excuse me, R7, you know what to do. And R7, this sort of exasperated droid in the back of the room, sighs and comes forward and lifts up the Luke underneath the armpits. And they toddle off towards the bathroom together. Would you imagine this has been a job the entire time as they... All right.
I was going for a very, very short time and come back out because I need to see when to do this thing.
So
okay.
Is it just the three of us at the table?
It's just the three of you at the table.
Wonderful.
Okay. The first cards are dealt. If you've shuffled, you have a deck, right, Maysay?
No, I'm using the dice roller.
You're rolling the dice roller. Okay. Go ahead and roll a dice roller for me. 2, 3, 2. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
I hate those words.
You kidding me? I love every second of this.
Oh no, I do too, but
Maysay, the first two cards that you draw are negative.
Okay.
The third is the positive.
Got it.
Okay. The individuals around the table look at their hands. Okay. Whew. Okay. Fumsu is steely-faced. Fumsu just kind of gets the hand that's dealt. Everyone antes in and things of that sort. And Frino gets a big, big smile. And just sort of holds up his hands and locks one of the cards in a stasis field, essentially.
You are confident. Lock it in the first bit? Frino.
Some people believe in the Force. Some people believe in luck. I believe in me.
Yeah, Frino, you remember what happened to those people who believed in the Force? All got shot for being traitors to the Republic.
It's true. Long live the Empire. No. You didn't hear me.
No, I heard you. I just had something stuck in my throat.
Kopal,
Yeah,
I said, long live the Empire.
you did, and I'm very happy for you.
Your line, in return,
Uh-huh.
is long live the Empire. Isn't that right, Fumsu? And Fumsu just goes, yes, of course. As always, even here in the further sectors, long live the Empire.
I look at my hand, like my distinctly blue chiz hand. It's funny, I don't really remember being a part of the Empire or the Republic. From a different neighborhood. Now, are we here to discuss politics, or are we here for me to take your credits? Come on.
The betting phase begins. Fumsu bets 50 credits. The betting goes to you, Kopal.
I'll toss in 75.
75 credits. Frino laughs and tosses in 200.
you got my 750.
I know. Appreciate it. Don't worry, I plan on making it back and then some.
Oh good, just remember where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
After the 200 credits, Fumsu calls the 200, and all eyes turn to you, Kopal.
Oh, we're actually playing for realsies. I thought we were playing the kids game first. Silly me. Put in another 150.
Yeah. Everyone calls that, raising another 25. All right. Once that is done, I get to see if any of your cards randomly shift.
Cool.
That's crazy, man.
Dude, it's the box of wild game.
Cabal's cards do not shift.
Okay.
Frino's cards do not shift.
Cannot shift. He pushed his in the eye field.
He put 1 in the eye field.
Oh, we have 3. I'm sorry. You said I got 1 card.
3. So draw another 2, big guy. Just to double check.
No worries, man.
Mini B! I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad you're digging out Star Wars so much. I love you, Mini B. You the best. You know I love you. Okay. No one's cards change.
All right.
At this point, is you all are sort of watching the entirety of the bar is focused now on this Sabak game, except for Leluc, who is evacuating their Death Star. Like what are you?
And coming out looking for a distraction. Also, I don't know what you have activated right now. Mini-Beat just cheered 600 bits. Now, in a game of Strahd, that activates wild magic. I don't know what that does in this, or if that does something, but now I'm a little...
That is completely up to Mini-B. I activated a lot of stuff. I just turned off Strahd.
I don't know what's activated and what's not, so... anyway.
I believe
just
the wild magic...
I
don't have a Star Wars wild magic table. Okay, we go back. We go back to the next set of cards. You have the option. You have the option to discard cards during this round or draw another one.
So I have to either draw or discard. I can't just lock in the eye.
No, you can lock.
Okay. I'll lock.
You lock all of them or just one?
Yeah, I'll push all three in and and just dead stare him.
Give me an intimidation check. You can use strength or charisma to make this intimidation check, should you so choose.
Intimidation. That's a 12.
Okay.
I get to have my plus D4 from Bless. Silly me. Add a D4 to that.
It's a 13.
It's a 13.
Yeah.
He looks over at you and he goes, Is this a joke?
No, the joke's sitting across from me and he's got all the head tails.
Droid, would you do me a favor? Would you bring over our friend the same menu that you give to Leluc from before and just slide it over to our Kopal? Because I'm worried that maybe a maze...
Did you want me to order for you because you can't read your cards? Is that what it is? You wanted me to order for you? Okay, tell you what. He'll have the Ronto nuggets with a side of the Rancor juice, but don't make it too cold. He's got the sensitive teeth.
Fumsu doesn't even look at their cards and just goes, I think I'm going to fold and sit this one out. and backs up.
Let's stop kidding around, and I push everything in.
All 750?
All 750.
At that point, F-Zero is going to start nudging people. I think this is our shot. I think this is our chance.
Come on. You're the best Sabak player in the circuit. I mean, what do you got to worry about from little old me, right? It's not like I can't read you like a carking data pad.
I think one of these days your mouth is going to get you in trouble.
And I hope to goodness you're there to catch the blaster bolt for me.
Fine. I see your I see your 750, and I raise my ship. He takes a small figurine from inside of his shirt and takes the figurine and places it on the table. And he goes, This I won off of a smuggler upstart in a game of Sabak not too unsimilar a few weeks ago. It may look like a hunk of junk.
Oh.
But she...
1300 to just...
she
I'll
made...
give you 100 credits for it.
This is the Millennium Falcon. She made the Kessel run in under 12 parsecs.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but I'm pretty sure she lost some things in the Kessel black hole. Look, if you want to lose a ship, that's fine.
I'm not seeing you do anything in return.
New priority. You get that ship.
Reach into my back pocket. Pull out the identicard for the Heart of Corundum. You're going to feel so stupid. Put it down on the table.
He laughs uproariously. He's like, you have balls the size of banter tanks, and I am about it. He goes, all right, fine. He looks at his hand. He looks back at you. He looks back at his hand again, suddenly getting just a little nervous, and he goes, I'm going to discard this one. and goes to the last
You don't
phase,
like what you got? You don't feel confident in what you have?
discarding one.
Poor baby.
Let me draw my card.
It's okay. You can swim back to Moncal. Nobody's going to think any less of you. They can't.
Okay. Kopal. Actually, everybody in the party, give me a perception check.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, yo.
Oh, I'm really good at those.
Kopal.
Perfect.
The only thing I'm good at.
It's another nat 1 on perception.
That one for Kopal. Kopal, you're locked in, baby. You locked and loaded.
Oh, it's a 3 for
26.
me.
3.
And
10 for Vox.
11.
This is very good.
Lulu, what'd you get?
26.
Let's
Lulu.
go.
Yeah, Lulu. Yes, Luke.
The Ewok is the only one to notice this man cheat. This man takes the card, takes the tablet, the electronic card that he just had, and coughs a little bit. And as he does, Luke, everybody else misses it. It slips in his sleeve, and he pulls out another one. It's a tiny, tiny thing that just barely fits in his sleeve. But you are the only one to catch him do this.
Okay, this is a terrible idea, but because I'm bad at this. But can I run over and glare at him when he does it, and point at the card and say,
Are you crossing the line?
"Oh, that's right. I can't get it."
Got
Okay.
the staff. You could poke
No,
him with
I'll
the
stay
staff.
outside the line, but I'm going to point at the card.
What do you say?
And I'm going to say, "Oh gosh, I don't have anything that's good for this."
You've been around here long enough. I'm sure you heard the word cheat.
Yeah. I'm going to say, "Grrr, cheat."
Your dog needs a walk,
I
Kopal.
think my friend here says you're a cheater. Now, you can flip out the cards, you can lose the ship, and you can walk away gracefully. Or I could just shoot you here. Now, give it up. Come on. Let's see what you actually had.
Fine. Takes the cards, puts them down onto the table, and as he does, he reaches to his side.
Dueling pistol.
He goes to pull the rectangle from his pocket. As his hand hits the pocket and comes up, he has a look of shock on his face as the blaster is drawn. His eyes go very wide. Are you firing the blaster?
Nope.
No?
Just got it leveled at him.
Uh,
I don't take kindly to sheets.
fair.
So, what you got?
He lays his cards down, and all he has is a 13 total.
21. Negative 11. Positive 11. Negative 21.
The cards are laid down in front. As they are laid down, he looks at you and he goes, and
He's doing pleasure with your friend.
he tries to flip the table and rolls a nat 1 and basically kind of throws his back out a little bit, takes the blaster, and sure enough goes to fire at Kopal. Stuff breaks bad. All heck breaks loose as he goes to fire this. When he freaks out and flips out, there is this loud as every droid in the space goes up a foot in the air and then falls over to the side. As every droid, and then the people in the club are super weirded out. They can't figure out what happened. As every droid just went boop, boom, and falls on its side, as if something has malfunctioned, something has happened. The other humans in the club are clawing at the droids' heads, using their hands and trying to get inside of them, but it is unavailable to get inside. Heroes, I need initiative rolls from you. Luke, I know you held a distraction spell. If anybody kicks off something when this breaks bad, what
I was going to do could be really dumb now, or be great, or be terrible. I don't know.
That's just the life of being on Indigo Chameleon.
If you had a held action, so if anybody had a held action and wants to pop it off, Okay.
I will tell you what I was planning to do and let you as the DM decide if it works or not, or if it's even... I just knew that these droids had 4 big holes in their head.
Okay.
So what I was planning on doing was dropping one of my insects into the holes. And then
the hatch is closed. I want to make that clear.
It's closed.
It's like seeing like a
Okay.
small like metal square that could open, but they are closed.
Oh,
All of the
got it.
droids
That
just
wouldn't
went
work.
boonk boonk, and were unable to do something. They fell on their side. They're still operational, and the humans around the room are now trying to pry the heads off the droids as chaos is erupting around the bar.
Okay, well then I can create chaos. I'm good at that.
Okay.
I'm taking my staff and going into the middle of the room, taking my staff and slamming my staff down, my staff of the woodlands.
Okay.
Oh my
There is
God.
now and I'm using my action to make it turn into a 60-foot tree with a 5-foot trunk.
I've been waiting for this.
to go smashing through the roof.
A tree
There's
from
your distraction.
Endor, basically one of those big old redwoods, grows in the center of the sabacc table. As Kopal, you grab the credits, and the ship figurine, and go and gather all this stuff up. At the same time that Leluc slams this tree into the center of this space, Jack. I know that you had a prepared spell as well. As everybody closes their eyes, Marion, in full LucasArts, form here.
Yeah, he's going to use his connection to technology through the Force to make all the lights in the room freak out, start shining into people's eyes, and cast hypnotic pattern on the room. So everyone's got to make if they don't close their eyes, they got to make a DC 16 Wisdom save.
Okay.
Nice.
Or they're incapacitated and have a speed of 0.
I'm going to have messaged Foom and told her to close her eyes too.
She does. This is gonna break my game. What is the DC?
16.
Crap. I hate this. Okay.
You're welcome.
Jack immediately throws a hypnotic pattern across the ceiling as F-Zero, Kopal, Leluc, Vox, all of and Fumsu all take your eyes and dart them towards the ground. As one of the humans is able to pry the opening off of one of the droids out, and you see a small metal cylindrical tube that could fit just in one of those 4 openings pop out. As the figure grabs it and ignites the blade, taking on a sickly red color, all of you hear the as all of them look towards the ceiling and fall under hypnotic pattern. But this is the only one able to get the opening open, as you realize that all of the droids were equipped with lightsabers, 4 of them in each droid, for the humans that were in this space.
Apparently, sabers are standard issue for the Empire now.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a fun time. I got a
Cargo,
fun
let's go. I think this is a great time.
Yep.
Initiative
Bit of chaos on my
is
end.
down.
I was going to have you roll initiative, but you now have a full minute, I believe.
Yeah,
While
cool.
these individuals are does it go with you, the hypnotic pattern, or does it stay in this spot?
No, it just stays there.
Yeah, it does.
Moves through, the pattern appears, and then vanishes. But it's up to a minute that they're incapacitated.
I'll tell you what.
If it ends, if they take any damage, or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
60 seconds starting now. What are we doing?
Let's go.
Heading towards the carbonite.
You run out. As you do, Frino is right there. Not Frino. Fumsu is right there with you. Her people immediately meet you over next to your ship, and and bring the two beings that are frozen in carbonite aboard the ship, bringing it into the cargo hold and things of that sort, securing it in place. You see two small humanoid figures, and the slabs of carbonite cannot be that large at all. As the roof of the casino has been blasted by this tree. You see that there are droids currently on top of the casino, of that particular starship, trying to close the hole that has just manifested as Leluc's staff has basically affected the gravity of the station now. Because the hole was blasted through the hull of the ship. So now gravity is starting to get a little wibbly wobbly as you run through the area and things of that sort. You are able to make it over towards your ship. As you know, Jack, bits of your spell are not going to last this long. Fumsu looks over at Vox as you go in, and she goes, "I have a ship. Go fast. Don't look back."
We have a ship.
I am not going on your ship. I'm going on my ship.
Take this, deliver it to me on Bespin later, and I'll toss her the Falcon figurine.
She looks at it. She goes, "Ugh, hunk of junk," and immediately goes over.
Winning.
Immediately goes over to where the Falcon is, and bringing her people aboard. Looking back at you all and giving a small nod to Vox, and you can see her mouth the word "thank you."
Vox will wink and message to her, "Force be with you."
And she goes, "Gross."
And you can also have some.
As a treat.
As a treat.
All 6 of you pile into the ship. The cargo is secured and things of that sort. It does not take long. I will say on the tail end of this, Leluc, I need an intelligence check, please.
Okay. And I'm grabbing my staff, of course.
Okay.
It's de-treeing.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you go over and you grab your staff and things of that sort. I think it's very good for me if everybody's on board the ship and you're about to take off, and you turn back to see Leluc running towards the ship holding their staff, as you've almost
did this twice now.
Left them a second time as Leluc comes toddling forward.
That int check was a nat 20. I have a +0, but it was a nat 20.
A nat 20 for your insight?
You said an int check?
An int check. Oh no, that's perfect. The int check was to go back and get your staff should you had forgotten.
I wasted a nat 20.
You wasted a nat 20.
I have a question.
Yes.
While she goes to get the staff, can I go back to that guy that has the red lightsaber?
You
try to take it from him while he's distracted by the shinies?
You could certainly try. I'll tell you what, Vox, you know time is of the essence, and you know exactly how long Kopal takes to fire this baby up. Kopal's done it in his sleep, hungover, and gotten this bad boy off the ground in like 20 plus seconds with no other help.
I've never been this close to a red lightsaber before. When am I going to get this chance again?
I know.
Don't dare get the ship.
This is a mega roll. I will say this. I got to make it just like contested strength checks here. Like that's the only way that I can see it, is that you come forward and you try to mystically yeet this lightsaber away from them while they are distracted.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you get?
Shut up, great Jedi. 7.
You got a 7. Okay. They got a 6. I rolled that in the Indigo Chameleon Twitch chat. They rolled a 3 on the die plus 3. I can't believe that. I was like, cool, say goodbye to that lightsaber. I rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Vox, you Son of a bee. You go over and add the Sunblade to your inventory if you don't already have it. As you go over and grab this lightsaber, and he's distracted and looking up, but as you try to take it from him, there is a push and pull of will here as you are able to take this lightsaber away from him, kyber crystal and all, and acquire a red lightsaber to add to your inventory.
Cool. And then she's gonna follow Leela and make sure she gets on the ship, because that's why she came out.
Yeah, that's why she came out.
She was doing backup for Leela so she could get her staff.
At a certain point, you just see Vox running forward, almost as if they're holding like a baby. But Luke doesn't know that Vox is holding. So Luke's legs are still pumping, like feet are still pumping, as if they are the ones propelling forward a bit, as Vox just comes. And full Mrs. Doubtfire, help is on the way, dear! Like, just running forward through the hangar, holding
As the ship starts to lift off, and they're running toward it, Jex is gonna reach out and telekinetically pull them onto the ship. As soon as they get close enough.
Okay. There is a pull onward. Kopal, you do not wait, because you know that like that stuff's about to break bad real quick.
Nope.
And
big way.
Jack, yeah, man, I'm about this. Jack, you tap into the force and pull the two of them up. You unfortunately use the same amount of force to pull Vox and Leluc. Vox, you come onto the ship, take a few steps forward. Leluc, you kind of hit the back wall of the of the space. No, it's fun. You're still on the ship, but I think there's a pad there where this has been done many times, where everyone's sort of used to this. And Leluc, you hit the pad in the back, having received the coordinates for where you are to deliver the carbonite individuals, the individuals frozen in carbonite. You take off into the sky.
Did we ever get to see Leluc's picture? What did she draw?
Leluc, describe to us as everyone harkens back to. Did you actually draw a picture?
Yeah, on the table with the chalk.
Yeah,
No.
on the tape, but it was the picture of the meme guy dressed in all black.
No, I didn't know if
and
Indigo had actually
people-
drawn, like grabbed a
No.
piece of paper and okay, yeah.
Imagine.
Okay. I will say this: she had enough time. Leluc drew a picture, which you all, as the ship flies towards its destination, you see the picture of what is obviously an Imperial officer, wearing the telltale black outfit and black hat. They do not appear to be asthmatic. There are no asthma lines coming off of the face. What Leluc does show that was not really translated extremely well was all of the guys that came in that kind of looked the same were brought in tubes. All of the guys got brought in via these circular tubes. They didn't walk in. It was a whole. She's got the picture was a bunch of people in white. That were bringing the tubes in behind the guy in black, and people being sad.
So if I was to hazard a guess at the appearance of this man, I'm guessing really, really close cropped, almost like buzzed hair, perpetually angry faced.
Yes.
Kind of like if he was to unleash some force.
Maybe more of a receding hairline. Sort of individual, more of an officer than anybody that might have access to the Force.
I was thinking Starkiller from Force Unleashed, the video games.
That's what I was, because he said he broke someone's neck with.
The people in the tubes, absolutely.
Great, we're in that timeline. Okay, let's go.
Fantastic! This is great.
All right,
Typhon.
All right, guys, gunning positions. Lulu, your belly turret's still warm. Let's rock.
Got a turret where she lays on her belly.
We have a small turret on the bottom for Lulu, and we have the side turrets for the other two. And then
is Lulu's
RC3.
is Lulu's turret operational?
I mean, it hasn't been that long since our last job.
I didn't know if this was the equivalent of handing a child an unplugged-in video game controller and being like,
You kidding
"You're
me?
shooting the bad guy." I was just asking. I didn't know.
A very high insight. So if they're going to try that,
Lulu, I trust.
Okay. All right.
It's play school.
She doesn't lord over the fact she can open a jar of cat for their brain.
Okay. Leluc is in the middle turret. Who else is manning the other gunners on the ship?
Yeah, RC3's up in the cockpit with me.
Okay. Vox and Jack, you take position in the other spaces. Okay. I've never done this in a one-shot before. I have ship combat that I have equated for. If you guys want to do some ship combat, it is not going to leave time for Darth
That
Vader
depends.
beatdown.
Are we being chased? I have them there in case we're being chased, and I need a distraction.
You are being chased. So here's what I can offer you. We could fast forward a bit and get to the Darth Vader battle on the ice planet before the temple. Or we can do ship combat, and whenever our schedules align next, we can close out this arc with a Darth Vader mega battle aboard the ice planet.
The rest of the crew.
Option 2.
Option 2.
I like option 2.
I would like to fight Vader.
I like this crew. I really do. Okay. We will do option 2 then. At a time that we can all get back together again, and so Indigo Chameleon can wear this Ewok cowl because it's doing it for me. We're gonna. I'm thinking I know it's the scene from Community. God, this better not unlock anything in me. No, it's very cute. So what we'll do is this. You are all aboard the ship. You are manning your gunner spots and things of that sort. When all of a sudden every alarm on the ship goes off. You are being chased. A few different ships come into position of the ship right now as you are locked into combat. That being said, heroes, I need initiative rolls from you in controlling the ship in combat. This is how we handle ship combat, okay? We're going to follow initiative order just as like this was a regular battle, okay? My gunners, you have options. Your first option is you can use however many attacks that you have access to at level 10 to fire the gunner ship. You are automatically proficient with this because you have been training for this for your whole life. It will be a dexterity plus proficiency, okay, to fire to fire the gun, and you will be doing 6d6 damage to the ship, okay. That is your option. However, I believe those of you that are casters that have access to magics, you can forego attacking with the gunner mechanism, and instead channel the force, or channel whatever magics you have to you, and go after the pilot of a ship, go after something along those lines. Okay.
what are we looking at range-wise, though? Because
I'm going to
how
say
far would these ships tend to be
it can only be they're going to get up close and personal with you. It can only be spells that have a range of, I'm going to be generous and say 60 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Touch spells are not going to be able to carry any weight to them. Okay. Kopal, you're the pilot. Okay. If at any point you can use any of the abilities that you have at your disposal. However, you can also make dexterity checks at any point to set up one of your gunners for advantage on an attack roll. Okay? You can do this at an equal number to the amount of attacks that you have. So if you can make 2 attacks per turn or 3 attacks per turn, you can set up Jack for a save or Vox for a hit and things of that sort, and do that the number of times equal to your attack per turn. Do you understand?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. F-Zero, you have access to the ship's computers and things of that sort, but you also have access to some of the other droids on the station. If you want to get creative with what you have access to and what the ship can do, I will let you do so, affecting the shields and things of that sort, giving a little bit of extra boost to either Vox, Leluc, Jack, or to assist Kopal in any of the actions that he has at their disposal. You also have access to the cargo bays, and so if you want to time a well-placed dumping of cargo, think of it as a radius attack to one of the ships, okay? You have access to 3 cargo bays that have access to this, okay? It'll
Fantastic.
be a dex save on their part. They're just filled up with detritus and random parts that you don't need. You've played this move before, okay?
Fantastic.
Okay. Currently, there are 4 starships approaching with an odd configuration of wing to them.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
They little circles with the TIE fighters.
Making a weird little screaming sound. All right. You're about to live the dream of any Star Wars kid ever.
Yeah, baby.
Heroes, 20 to 25.
26.
Paul, setting you guys up for the win.
21.
F0. Ship 1. 20 to 15. Okay, ship 2.
Fantastic.
15 to 10.
13? Oh, 4. Okay.
Vox, were you at 14 or 13?
14.
14. So we got Vox and Lulu. That was 15 to 10, 10 to 5?
9.
Okay. Jack. Ship 3. Ship 4. Okay, kids. That screaming sound comes in. All the alarms go off as everyone jumps into their gunner seats and prepares to fight. You're not sure how many hit points these things have, but they look sturdy, and they are going to make. They are either going to target my individual gunners. Hey, T.E. Graves, welcome. They're either going to. I love you so much, T.E. I was just talking about you the other day. An amazing artist you are. So, I hope you felt the good vibes. All right. Mini B, I'm so glad. All right, we go to the top of the initiative order. Kopal, what are you doing?
All right. Quick jig to the side. Gonna line up. Vox and Lulu.
Okay,
For my 2 attack actions.
give me dexterity checks for both of those.
Done. 15 for one,
Okay.
and 16 for the other.
Vox and Lulu, Kopal, this is his baby. You start talking to your girl, and she starts responding in kind. She, as soon as these ships pull up, there is this. You wait for it. You time it. You cut the engines. All 4 of them go right past, lining up perfectly. Lulu and Vox, should you choose to use the gunner on any of your attacks, the first attack is going to be made. Actually, any attacks that you make with the gunner at this point will be made at advantage should you have multiple attacks per turn, as your pilot sets you up for a win.
Could I use a bonus action?
Sure.
Could I use a maneuver as a bonus action?
It depends on what the maneuver is.
Fainting attack.
Yeah, I'm about it.
Jack, you got advantage too, buddy.
Go ahead and make sure that maneuver is burn. Use that die. Jack, should you choose to use your cannon, you are set up for advantage on this attack roll as well.
Jack, yours gets an extra D8.
Add a little bit more extra oomph to it. That'll be
Nice.
66 and a D8 should you choose to use
A little
it.
sprinkle in there.
Okay,
Nice.
that's Kopal. F0. What are you doing, pal?
Main action. I think the smart thing to do is give us a little extra shield just in case.
Where?
They're in front of us.
They're in front of us. You can do the focal points are going to be extra AC for Vox, extra AC for Jack, extra AC for Lulu, or extra AC for the ship itself, the engines, and that would be like where you and Kopal are.
I'm going to go with the engines, so we need to keep moving.
Okay, you adjust the shields with your action, upping the AC should the ships decide to shoot at the engines themselves. This was a solid move, as that's exactly what Ship 1 and Ship 2 do, as they unleash firepower. You want to do something with your bonus action?
Yeah, I got something I want to do with bonus action.
Yeah, go ahead.
He looks at Kopal and goes, I told you this would come in handy eventually. I press a small purple button.
Okay.
And it shoots up a little drone out of the ship, and it latches on to, let's say, Ship 1.
Okay.
It, for D&D purposes, has been hexed. As the probe starts to just drain its dexterity just a little bit.
Droid?
It's a buzz droid.
Yes, my man.
You see this little droid pop out, sparking off little beeps and bloops, which F-Zero you know to be "Father, I love you." As it goes, come here, my boy. Oh no, my boy! As it goes flying out and attaches itself to the ship.
So it doesn't take any extra damage because I think I'm the one that has to give that damage.
But
it has disadvantage. It has disadvantage on all deck saves.
Okay. Ship 1 unleashes holy hell on the main engines of the ship. Let's see, with an increased AC. No, that doesn't hit. They do a 15 to hit, but that +2 to AC to the front of the ship makes it an AC of 17. That blaster fire concentrates, but it doesn't do anything. The second one makes contact, though. Ship 1 and Ship 2 unleash holy hell on the front of the ship. The shields are able to hold for a little bit. The ship itself takes 6, 9, 2, 8. Okay. The ship itself takes 18 points of damage from the second ship. All right, now we got to see if it malfunctions. The DC of this raises every time. Kopal, you are the pilot. I need a DC 100, or give me a D100 here.
DC 100, I had passed on that.
I know. D100 here, buddy. You are good to go right now. It's not a ton of damage. You just need anything above a 10.
How's a 95 strike you?
That strikes me really well. The more damage the ship takes, the higher that DC is going to raise on the 100.
Gotcha.
F-Zero, you can always utilize one of your turns to drop that DC by 10.
Like maintenance.
Maintenance on the ship. Okay. So right now,
Can I use
10. Go ahead, Jack.
Sorry, can I use my reaction? I have my channel divinity, rebuke the violence. So after an attacker deals damage with an attack, a creature other than you can use your reaction to make the attacker make a wisdom saving throw, and on the fail, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to that's just dealt. So just sort of a deflection of something and blast back.
Pilot himself?
Yeah.
Gets burned by the afterburners.
I'll say no. I'm all about this. As the blasters bite into the engine, Jack, you close your eyes and outstretch your hand, and as the last blaster shot from this ship goes streaming across towards the engine, it stops midair and just kind of freezes there for a second. And Jack, you just in one quick movement push your hand like this, and it returns back up the nozzle of the gun. Almost as if it's being pushed backwards. It takes a bit of energy. It takes channeling the force a bit. But the pilot is the most confused pilot in the history of the world, as his gun just ate a bullet that had shot out, essentially, a blaster shot. It fails its save. I will say this. I'll take a couple of those D6 and roll them right now. No, you have fun with this. Jack, roll 2 D6 for me.
Heck yeah.
Nine.
Takes 9 points of damage, and a very confused looking pilot. Okay. That is Kopal, F-Zero, Ship 1, Ship 2, Vox. That's you. You're in the gunner seat.
Yeah, I'm just going to shoot.
Shoot 'em.
Shoot her.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Oh,
Does a 19 a hit?
A 19 definitely hits.
All right.
6d6.
Ugh. Oh, 66. Thank God. I'm just going to do it here. Wait, I already did these two, so I'm going to do 4. That's 5 plus 13, so 18.
18 points of damage as Vox, you time the shot, you stay on target, stay on target, stay on target. Vox, I just noticed you turned off your targeting computer. Bam! 18 points of damage onto this ship.
I was wondering, because as a rogue, I have sneak attack, and I have like... I'm not asking for sneak attack damage.
Sure.
I'm asking for...
I would.
because I have 1 attack, but it's like a bonus action. I can
I
attack.
mean, that's a rogue.
Can I spell?
You know what? I would let you spell, but it needs to be a cantrip. Does that make sense?
Oh, it is a cantrip.
Okay, got you. Yes, you can spell.
Thank you. Okay, so Mind Sliver, I need him to make an intelligence save.
Oh, that's not a good
That's a
sound.
fun spell. I love that spell personally.
that's
what's
not
it-
nice.
Not with a 5 on the D20.
Cool, so he's going to take 2d6 damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw he makes
Okay.
until my next turn.
Got it.
That ship. That's the pilot
One
of
that hit
ship
us or the
2.
one that missed us?
Yeah, I now need to, for that particular ship, track the health of the ship and the health of the pilot. The pilot's having ice cream headache that makes him want to punch babies, but he's also the ship is also taking damage as well.
And that is
sorry.
ship 2, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
And that's 5 damage to the...
5 damage. Got it. Okay, that's ship 1. Well done, Vox. Leluke.
Okay. Wait, no, you just said that ship 1. That was on ship 1? That was on ship 2. That was the pilot of which ship?
I think Vox just said I'm just shooting, so I assumed it was ship 1, or it can be ship 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, ship 1. Ship
Well-
1 is having some issues.
Whichever one Vox just said. Okay. Okay, so I need to establish what I can see because I have 3 different choices based on what I can see.
Okay.
I can see the pilot, is that correct?
You can see the pilot.
Okay. Can I see the interior of the ship
Yeah.
at all? Okay. Ooh, so I have a lot of choices. But the pilot just got hit, and this could be bad, especially because without meta, I know that pilot's looking... Without metagaming, that pilot's looking a little weird and wonky. So I'm distracted.
Vox just hit him hard, and you saw them
Yeah.
grab their head.
Got it. Okay, so this is a great time to do this. I would like that pilot to make a wisdom save of 16,
Okay.
but that's going to be less, right?
Meg, if you can
Plus
hear
it's
me,
minus a D4.
Meg, if you can hear me, I need you to roll a D4 to subtract from this save. Leluke, I will do this for Meg for right now. Actually, you do it. Meg,
Me?
roll me a
Meg.
D4, please. Indigo is using your mind sliver.
It's 3.
Awesome. That's
Nice.
what I needed. Yep. He fails the save. What are you doing, Leluke?
Polymorph. That pilot is a slug. And the reason I'm picking slug is because slugs are sticky. So it'll stick to the seat so that if the ship's doing this, it won't incur damage because it'll be kind of stuck to its spot in the seat.
Okay. I
So
don't know
hopefully
how
that
to
pilot is
justify this within the realm of the Star Wars
Well,
universe.
It's a
Oh, no.
slug-like creature.
The Luke reaches out to the great Ewok gods of past and future. The Ewok gods look down and smile and de-evolve this pilot back to its slug-like form. The pilot is very confused and to appear as a slug in this form.
But don't worry, when the ship crashes, they'll turn back into their regular form.
Or if you
Oh,
take
great.
damage. Yes,
Right, or if they
absolutely.
take damage.
Or
I'm
if you
hoping the ship crashes first.
or if you
Or it
take
might take
damage. Yep, we're
Yep,
good
yeah.
to go.
Concentration. That's right. Concentration.
That's Leluke's turn. That's Leluke. We go now to Jack.
All right. So I'm gonna do 2 attacks with the. I'm just gonna use my dagger here, or whatever. But 2 attacks with the cannons at advantage.
Do it. Ship 1, 2,
That's
3, or 4.
25.
That'll hit.
Oh, okay. So 2's the one. Which one's the one where that's a slug? 2.
1. 1 is a slug.
1 is a slug. 2 got rebuked by me.
Mm-hmm.
Which one did
Vox hit.
Vox hit? You got 1. Okay, so I'm gonna go after 2
Okay.
because I already got a little bit of that one. So that's a 25 to hit.
25
and
hits.
then I got to roll the damage on that. Hold on, and then sorry, let me do one more just to make sure I don't get a crit. Okay, it was an 18 on the second.
18 hits.
All right, and then so that's going to be 12d6 plus 2d8, right?
Only the first attack's gonna have the D8.
The first attack has an extra D8. The second one
All
does
right,
not have an extra.
12d6 plus 1d8.
12d6 plus 1d8.
Okay, that's 52.
Koofa-doof.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, the ship is looking rough.
In 1 hit?
No,
2 hits. I got 2 attacks. All right, great. And then I am going to use my bonus action to touch the ship and use the force to boost the shields.
Okay.
And cast Shield of Faith on the ship, giving us +2 to armor class.
I'm gonna say that it gets tricky because it's got to be a being, and as much as I love the fact that this ship has been like anthropomorphized and like Kopal talks to it and stuff like that, I would say that you could, with your knowledge of the ship, give that to one of your other gunners or yourself, but the ship as a whole, that's not gonna
I'll just put it on myself since
yeah,
I'm right here.
a nice little like blue bubble of force
around my
energy,
gum.
surrounds you at this point, which is very good because you're getting some. You're gonna get some attacks here in just a second, bud. As ships 3 and 4 do not like what is happening right now and are gonna take some attacks over at you, Jack. Flying around. Jack, that is a 16 to hit your AC.
I got a 22 right now.
You got a 22. That's not going to do anything. That's ship 1. Man, I haven't rolled above a 10. Except for right now. 24?
That'll get me.
That'll get you. All right, hang on. We're hitting the ship itself. 8, 9. Okay. The gunner seat takes 17 points of damage, okay, from the first attack. When it does, that last shot kind of makes the gunner seat glow red a little bit when the shot connects a little bit. You're not sure if that's just from the overheating of the metal or what it may be, but it takes 17 points of damage, okay? Jack,
I don't take that.
Jack, that's you taking that damage. For the sake of this, your hit points reflect that part of the ship and things of that sort.
Okay.
So you can heal yourself and things of that sort. Only F-Zero and Kopal have to worry about the overall picture of the engines and things of that sort. These hit points reflect all of you as well, okay? That is ships 3 and 4. We're going to see if they summon any other ships.
Let's not.
Could we not?
No other ships are summoned. Rap RPG. What up? Meg is killing it as always. Hey, Length of Wise, welcome back. You're welcome. We're Star Warsing it. Okay, Kopal, you're up next, pal. Ship 1 is just sort of slowly turning around in circles with a very confused looking slug in the pilot seat. As ship 2 and 3 and 4 are still very much in this fight.
Well, 2's not very much in this fight. Let's just.
Well, they're still alive. They're not going to be alive for a long time.
Okay. Let's see. Are they still flying towards us, or are they flying behind us at this point?
Currently, it looks like they have readjusted position and they are flying. They are flying in regards to looking at these gunners. So they are underneath your ship in a 3D map of it. It's weird to say like ahead of and in front of and things of that sort. So think like the ship is here and almost like they're underneath it at this point, just sort of pointing up.
Okay. Hey guys, wrong sci-fi series. We want to try a Crazy Ivan? Straight up and burn.
Okay. I'm
gonna try to catch these guys in the wash.
high risk, high reward. I'm about this. I'll tell you what. This could either do damage to them or the engines could kick. As you're putting out a great deal of output immediately rather than slowly building up speed and things of that sort. God, man, I want to make this kind of 50-50 odds. You know your ship, but...
Can I forego my turn to assist him?
All right.
Since I am the next in the initiative.
I'll give you I'll give you even better odds. I'll give you 75% odds that this works, okay? D100. You need a 75 or below, and this kicks off all of the ships are going to take a little bit of damage. But if you mess this up, the ship's going to burn and you're going to be drifting for a bit.
75 or below?
75 or below.
67.
You time it out, and F-Zero's like, I'm on it. Puts both hands. You see, it's not going to be able to reach the controls. F-Zero, your hands elongate in droid form, and you grab onto the controls. And just as Kopal's like, 3, 2, 1. Gun it. Your hands go up as Kopal shoves theirs up. The engine kicks off for a second, and there's this like, oh, I messed this up. And then all of a sudden, night turns to day as these bad boys kick out a great deal of heat. This is a lot of damage.
Hey buddy, how you doing? You could have under my ship.
Yeah. Kopal, give me 8d6 of fire damage to these other ships.
Fantastic.
Okay. 26.
Whew. Each of the ships takes 26 points of damage. Boo. 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 Ship 2 just explodes. This is enough damage at this point after the amount of beating that it took from Jack. He's not damaging the pilot. He's damaging the ship. The polymorph snail is very sad as the ship begins to get hot. But the ship is the ship takes the damage. I hate this. The ship takes the damage. The snail is fine. But ship 2 explodes. Poof. As your ship goes forward and sending out a burst of flame to ignite the other ships. Well done, F-Zero and Kopal. That was fantastic.
I'm gonna guess that takes both my attack actions, so I'm fine.
That
with it.
takes both, and
that's
gonna take F-Zero's as well. But man, worth it for do it for the vine.
It was real cool.
Dude, we did it for the gram. Let's go.
It was real cool.
The snail on ship 1 is gonna hit a random button as it floats in the space. And it's
the pretty self-destruct button.
And it's either going to eject itself into space, or it's going to fire.
Oh, I wish it gets shot off. I want to get hit by the slug so bad.
No, I don't. This is my ship.
It's fine. I'll fix it later.
I'll give it
you not have to fix it at all.
As he can reach the buttons from the seat. He's very tiny.
He is, but he's also floating in zero gravity.
He's got the Enterprise chair. It's got buttons on the sides.
He's floating. And I'll say this. I'm going to give him a 50% odd that he's going to shoot the ship. So a 50 or below, he shoots the ship, but a 51 and up, he's ejected into space.
Okay, come on, baby. Be good to me.
Ah!
Oh, the snail lands on the gunner button, shooting wildly at the ship.
He might hit the other TIE fighters. We don't know.
Oh man, that's true. I'll do the same 50 odds. Hang on.
Sweet.
Son of a bee. He the snail hits TIE Fighter 3. The attack lands.
Look at him go.
He does. Yep, now I'm rolling all 4s and 5s. 16, 20. That mother snail does 32 points of damage on ship 3.
Excuse me, point of order. It's a slug.
Mother slugger.
You need to stop talking right now. Ship 1 has joined the fray. The other fighters are very confused as to how this battle is going. Vox, it is your turn.
We're all a little confused.
It was so much fun the first time. Let's do it again.
Do it. This is not at advantage. Kopal did something else other than setting you up for advantage on this one. So, but you can do some cool TIE Fi shooting.
I can pew pew.
I can pew pew pew.
Maybe. 13.
13 misses, unfortunately. That's not enough to hit that AC. You fire out towards ship number 3, and those blasters go wide as the little slug is like, I see you. Like you get distracted for a second as it goes off a little bit.
Slug. Fascinating. I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on ship 3.
Ship 3. What is the save?
Intelligence 13.
This one's a smart guy. This one is an 18 on the die, +1, so a 19. I am so sorry. Is it a save or suck, or do they take half damage?
I think it's a save or suck because it's a cantrip.
Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, Vox, you send a little mind sliver out, and he flips you the bird in a very uncharacteristically Star Wars way. Like, classy effing gamers! Thanks for the raid, gang. Come on in.
Weird question then about our gunner ships, our compartments.
Yeah.
Can we see any of the rest of the crew in them?
Really?
No,
Not
but
really?
you are connected to Jack and Luluk and Kopal and F-Zero via comms. So anything you want to say, you could say to them.
I don't want to say anything. If this guy can see me, if we can see each other enough to flick each other off, she's gonna take her fake head tails off, so that she's just in her full pure Sith glory and stare this guy down.
Intimidation check, please, as it's just a free action bag as you take your Twi'lek horns off.
Alright, you want to flick me off because I'm useless? Absolutely, that was a 2 for a 7.
You're trying to go for this is what you're up against. Unfortunately, it's more like this drag queen's had a long day, and you're just pulling the wig off. You're like, Mama needs a drink, and a foot rub. Like it's just that's more of the imagery that you get across. Hi, class. You're killing me, Meg. I love you so much. Classy effing gamers, welcome. Hey, you're drunk. We're playing Star Wars. We're drunk on nerddom and love.
Someone else drunk in a Sabat game. It was great.
In a Sabat game. That is Vox. Lulu, you're up.
So we've established that I can see into the ship. So I feel like Pilot 3 just didn't get enough love. And so we need to help this out.
Sure.
So what I'm going to do, because it works within 60 feet, I'm going to conjure animals into that ship.
Yeah, do it.
It's right into the cabin there. It's going to be 8 giant poisonous snakes.
Do it. You channel the dark Ewok gods that have granted you your power as the slug turns back into a pilot.
Oh, that's right.
Starts screaming over the headset to concentrate fire on as snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? Manifest in the cockpit of ship number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think they roll with their own initiative here, correct?
They do.
Okay.
And and they're friendly to me, and so yeah, I'll roll as a group.
Okay.
So it is. Sorry, I'm waiting. 4.
Okay, they're at the bottom of the initiative order.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Giant snakes.
Cool.
I don't know how I'm going to justify this, but I should have assumed as much when you were a druid. Leluke, yes, the dark Ewok god magic is here in effect. Ginger Glitter, I'm living for your Ewok headdress. So everybody loves you, Leluke. Okay, that is Leluke's turn. Jack, you're up.
Pew pew.
Give me that pew pew. Who are you hitting, pal? Ship 1, 3, or 4?
I got a dirty 20 and a 13. I'm gonna shoot. Would you just do the snakes in 3?
Yeah.
3's got snakes. I'm tired of the mother.
I'm gonna shoot
snakes.
4.
4, yeah, do 4. Give me 2 attack roll. You got the 2 attacks. Those
I
hit.
got a dirty 20 and a 13.
The 13 does not, but the dirty 20 does. Give me damage. Give me that sweet
66.
Sweet 66.
20 damage.
20 damage.
Nice.
She's still looking good, but now that is your action. You doing anything with your bonus action?
I don't think this will work.
But it could.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Can I cast Sanctuary on this ship? Or Sanctuary on us? So
you can cast it on a portion of the ship. I'll give you the same stuff I did for Shield of Faith. Cockpit, Jack, Leluke, or Vox. Which one?
I'm gonna do it on Cockpit. Yeah.
Cockpit. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe both of those are concentration. So the
No. Sanctuary is not a concentration.
Sanctuary is not concentration? No, that's on me. That's a great little spell.
But
Nope.
if they do damage,
There
then
is-
Sanctuary's down,
There's a
right?
drawback. If he attacks,
Well-
that drops.
If he attacks, it drops. Yeah, but
If I attack, if the warded meat
person
creature
who
makes an
writes
attack,
Sanctuary.
but the cockpit, it's on the cockpit. So if the cockpit makes an attack,
yeah. So no more
Right.
Bernie butt from the cockpit.
Well,
you
Fine.
know.
Fine.
Hi.
That was
This
cool.
This show's brought to you by Bernie Butts. The only pork loins that Bernie Sanders endorses. Bernie Butts. They're very good for you.
This is the top 1%
this
of
is-
pork butts.
Thank you, Kopal. Jack, that is your bonus action. Doing anything else?
that's it.
It's the snake's turn.
Surprise!
This is gonna get a little tricky because there's 8 of them.
Oh,
And they
is
have a
it?
plus
It
to
is the snakes in my
Yeah.
Star Wars dogfight? Is that going to be a weird, tricky thing for
Okay,
for
so
us
what
to deal with? I would hate for it to be tricky. My space combat to be ruined or bothered by snakes. Go ahead.
They're space snakes, okay?
I
All right,
hate it.
so I'm just
I hate
gonna-
it.
You just said
I'm just gonna
Minox. Minox
Roll
would have been
the
funny.
60/20s on DDB, but it's a +6 on each of them to hit. Do you want me to just
I'll
read
tell
out
you
what
what.
it ends up being?
This pilot, there's a whole intricate backstory for Trevor, and Trevor
Oh, no.
has a DC, an AC of 16. So you just have to beat a 16. Any of your snakes that beat an AC of 16
Okay.
bite Trevor.
So 1, 2. Oh, come on! It's not showing me the rest of those numbers. I should have just rolled this on a thing. I've just got to roll the last 2 separately because I couldn't see them. Sorry,
It's okay.
it's not showing them to me. Okay, that's 3, or actually the last 4. Yeah. Okay. 4 hit so far. 2 do not hit, and 4 do hit.
Okay. Give me poison
And
space
let me
snake.
do the last. Oh,
8 of them.
and okay, so 6 out of the 8 hit.
Okay, great. Love it for me.
You're welcome.
Give me 6 space snake damage, please.
Yeah. So it's D4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and each of these is +4. So I'm gonna roll it and then add
24.
24 to it.
Hi, this
So
is our
12 plus 24.
Just
That's
third rate.
36 points of damage.
Hi.
Do we need to bother having him make the con save for poison damage?
No. Welcome to our third set of raiders for tonight. You are witnessing.
Hi!
I, I am very happy to be able to tell you this, Nerdlandia. We love you all very much. You are witnessing an Ewok who has summoned space snakes into a TIE fighter to bite a pilot from within their gunner seat. So
It's fantastic.
that pilot dies screaming.
But in space, no one can hear you scream.
But in space, no one can hear you scream.
Round up by the TIE fighter, it's fine.
And now the ship is just filled with snakes sort of floating.
Da 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 da.
We're, as they're like, do you think Mom's going to summon us back? As they just float in their ship. That is the snake's turn. Ship 3 is out of commission. Ship 4 is still in commission. Kopal, we go back to your Kopal and F-Zero. There are 2 ships. Oh, no, wait. Roll to see if any ships are summoned. No. Kopal, your turn.
Cool. RC3, plug in the coordinates. And I'm going to spend this turn doing evasive maneuvers.
Okay, absolutely. All attacks.
So I'm essentially taking the dodge action.
I will say this, because you are utilizing the dodge action, attacks made against anyone in the ship will now be at disadvantage, as you are awaiting any available attack. Hi, Reinsmark. Thanks for joining. I love you. I just met you, and this might be a little sudden, but thank you for following. Okay.
Actually, I could cunning action, take the dodge action, and then for my main action, I could do something else.
You could, if you'd like.
I would like to maneuver to get Jack and Vex. Vox.
Jack and Vox, give me dexterity checks, Kopal, for maneuvering the ship into such a position.
23 and 18.
23 and 18. Okay.
7.
Both of them are set up. We're going to get a little wibbly wobbly here as it's hard to be defensive when you're also setting up an offense here, unless you are insert sports reference here, but I will say that this covers it. That is Kopal's turn. F-Zero.
Cool. For the coordinates, is that going to take my full action?
No, I will say this will burn your bonus action, though, as you plug in the coordinates for the hyperdrive.
Okay. I want to get up from the cockpit and go into the cargo hold.
Okay. It's you're like 2 seconds. You leave the cockpit.
But God, I've always wanted to try this, and I'm a robot, and I can do it now.
You're turning yourself into a torpedo.
No, close, but not that cool.
Turning part of my cargo into a torpedo.
No, not that cool. I'm gonna assume the cargo probably has its own airlock in it, so if I do this, it's not going to suck the whole ship out.
This is working under the assumption that I know what you're planning here. What are you planning?
I want to hold on to the cargo bay and open the door, and then I want to cast Hold Person on those 2 pilots. Because as a warlock in 5th level, as long as they are 60 feet from me and they are 30 feet apart, I can cast Hold Person on both of them with 1 spell slot.
But you're opening up the airlock to do it and holding on to it. Okay.
But I'm a robot, so I don't need to breathe air.
No, I'm less worried about the air and more worried about you're a bullet trying to hold on to the lip of a gun.
That'd be cool.
High risk, high reward. This is the Indigo way. Okay. I'll tell you what.
Sure.
For funsies, I'll go ahead and have them make the wisdom save. It's a wisdom save against Hold Person, correct?
It is. It's a wisdom 17.
Okay, wisdom save is 17. I'm going to roll this in the chat. They each have a +2 to wisdom saves. I'm going to do one collective roll, or do you want me to do 2 separate rolls?
Collective is fine. Let's go.
Okay. They make it.
They make it. Oh well.
They make the save. I'll be sweet and say that was 1, and I'll do a separate roll for you as well.
Oh, fantastic.
That one's higher. Okay. F-Zero, you reach out with your force powers and try to hold them, but they are able to shrug it off. Now,
Oh well.
F-Zero, I need a strength saving throw from you.
Okay. Cool. Amazing. My +0 stat.
As you hold on to the cargo door, as you've opened it up.
Did I use my talisman on these? Please tell me.
Talisman on saving throws?
It just fails an ability check. Does not.
Not saves.
Are you within 10 feet of me? Of the gunner seat?
Diagonally?
I mean, I have a
Aerial?
paladin aura. For real. Seriously, I mean... Like,
He is not 10 feet from you. He is
not
not.
with a
I got aura protection, so...
F-Zero strength saving throw.
With a 4? Nah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
it was
boy.
good, gang. I'll bring you a new character.
We just lost our droid.
Now, no. F-Zero doesn't have to breathe.
Oh, so I'm just floating out in the middle of space.
No.
Oh, no.
3 or 4.
On
no.
stage, man.
Which one doesn't have the snakes? 3 or 4?
3 has snakes.
3 has
4.
snakes. 4. With the resounding call of Leroy Jenkins echoing in everybody's ears, you watch as from each of your vantage points on the ship, you see a small droid going past your screen at incredibly high velocity that just is flying across, slams into the fighter, and then out the other side with the pilot just sort of floating out into space and F-Zero flying off into space, destroying ship number 4.
Amazing. My worst performance of my life, and no one's expected a thing.
F-Zero, you've done what we all strive to do here on Indigo Chameleon. You failed upwards.
Failed upwards.
Yeah, buddy.
I've done it.
The last ship.
Am I effectively incapacitated, or
You have access to your abilities and things of that sort,
Yeah.
but you are moving very fast away from the ship.
gotcha?
Seeing what you have just done, though, ship 1 is going to go skeet shooting.
No. It's okay.
Oh,
It
It's
is
fine.
the last available ship in the area. F-Zero. A
Yes.
15 to hit.
Does not hit.
The blaster shots all go wide. Filling the space around. We are now in a full-on Led Zeppelin album cover as this droid is floating in space with red beams of energy flying out from it. It's either Led Zeppelin or Rush. As this imagery is just either way, it's a win for me as a DM. As these beams of energy go flying out. That is ship 1's turn. Vox, this is what you see. There is only one ship available, and F-Zero is floating out into space.
Yeah, I'm going to try something stupid. I'm going to message the pilot
Okay. Of the other ship?
because of the guy in the last fighter,
Okay.
the last starfighter, if I may, and because I look like me now, I'm going to pull out my brand new red lightsaber, light it up, and message him, "It's all right. I'm taking care of this one. Go back to base."
It was a play from the very beginning. It was you the whole time.
The whole time.
me, Austin. It was me all along, Austin.
Instead of taking off the mustache, it's the Twilight heads. The Twilight headdress.
Sorry, he's having a moment, guys. Let's give him this.
Well, yeah, I just got rocketed out to space, and now we've snidely whiplashed a TIE fighter.
It's a deception.
It's deception at advantage because you have the lightsaber.
You have a prop. Okay. Oh, that's gross. Okay.
Advantage?
Yeah, no, but my plus is gross.
It's okay.
I like good gross. It's a 27.
Yo.
Fantastic.
You you hear a message. Affirmative. I will call off the rest of the ships. And with that, right before the ship kicks into hyperdrive, the rest of the ensuing armada show up. They blip in. It's a zoom, 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 zoom. And then as quickly as they arrived, it is a zoom, 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 out of the space. As all of you take a second to breathe.
Now put it back on.
Let's go pick up RC3.
As RC3 drifts into the void, that is where we are going to end tonight's episode. In true Empire Strikes Back fashion, as we try to go rescue RC3 and then find ourselves fighting Vader the next time this ragtag crew gets together. Heroes, this is for you. Well done. That was all of my little nerdy fanboys' dreams come true as we use deep Ewok magics and great Jedi skills and intimidation checks and deception checks with the best of them. That was fantastic. I love you all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for everybody who rated. Thank you for hanging out, for all those follows. Please, please, please come hang out with us on the Discord if you liked what you saw tonight. I want to say it's never gets this weird. That would be a blatant lie. It usually gets this weird because I'm a smart DM who surrounds himself with creative, fun players. Take care. Ryan's Mark, we love you all. Indigo Connect, heart hands out. And we're going to go with May the Force be with you.
Always.
And you can also have some.
And you can also have some.
As a treat.
That droid.